All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said on Twitter, no editing, no script, just a microphone in front of me, airing my thoughts out about this whole situation real quick. I will talk about the playoff deal first, and then I'll talk about NASCAR officiating at the end. So, yeah, Martin Truex Jr., he's not going to be competing for a title this year, all because of the stupid playoffs. And before anybody end up saying, well, he didn't win this year, well, he was sixth in points all year, and he was consistent. He got an average finish of 13.2. He gets kicked out for a guy that's 19th in points. This is Austin Dillon's numbers right here. He was 19th in points coming into this race. 17.3 average finish. Not even double digit top tens. And he's gonna be racing for a championship compared to a guy that has double digit top tens. Not to mention, he's one of the few guys this year that has double digit top tens. And he's not gonna be competing for the playoff spot because he got a goose egg in the win column. No wins. So that just means that, hey, you're not gonna be competing for a championship. Even though he was consistent. And yeah, I get it, Truex numbers, it's not the flashiest. I get it. But man, like, you can't defend this. Like, Austin Dillon numbers ain't any better. The playoffs, if you subscribe to my channel or whatever, like, if you've been following my channel, you know that I do not like the playoffs. I am not a fan of it. I made videos about it. I've talked about it on Twitter too many times. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but it's terrible, especially this winning you're in, knockout style, one race determining the championship format. It's terrible. And then not to mention, it baffles me that we're still running with this when the creator of the playoffs has been out of the sport since 2018. Brian France. He's not in NASCAR no more. He hasn't been in NASCAR for years. And why are we running with an idea? Why are we running with this when he hasn't been in the sport for years? When he left the sport, like, the playoffs should have been dumped right away. I don't understand it. But I get it. They're not going to get rid of it. Like, if they was going to get rid of it, they would have did it in 2019. So, you know, but man, like, if they're going to keep a playoff format, go back to the 2004 format. I want a season-long points system. I know they're not going to do it, though, because they're so desperate to chase the casual fan. That was the whole point of, like, coming up with, you know, the playoffs to begin with. So, yeah, like, Truex, they haven't updated the point system yet. I'm recording this right after the race, so I don't think they updated this yet. Yeah, they haven't because Kyle Larson, he fell out of the race today. So I'm pretty sure he's like, what, 4th or 5th in the regular season standings. But yeah, like, it's just, I feel so bad for Truex. And the deal with Truex is that Truex, he does not get the respect that he deserves already by the fan base. Like, a lot of people say that he ain't shit without Cole Pern and all this other stuff. You know, and when people end up looking at this and see that he missed the playoffs, it's just going to be worse. So I feel bad for Truex, man. Like, I really do. He should be competing for a title, and he's not. So yeah, like, the playoffs, they strike again, man. They strike again. I just don't understand, like, why they, like, you got the fan base. I don't see nobody that loves this format. Nobody. I don't see nobody that loves this format. Every time somebody brings this format up, they either have, like, they be like, okay, I think it's okay, but they can do this to make it better. And then you got those people that hate it. I don't see nobody that loves this format. Nobody. I've never seen a system in place where it's been so heavily criticized. But here we are. This system, like, this is the most controversial point system, like, format, whatever you want to call it, that NASCAR has had in place throughout its history. Every other year, this playoff format gets exposed. Like, it gets, like, a loophole. It's like you find a flaw with it. So, you know, I know it is what it is. Like, they're not going to do anything about it. Like I said, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but it sucks. It sucks for guys like Truex that ends up, you know, putting together a solid season, to where he's 6th in the regular season points and he gets kicked out for a guy that gets 1 win at a track where that it don't take as much skill. And now Austin Dillon, he's going to be competing for a playoff spot, and Truex, he's not. And this don't got nothing to do with how I feel towards these drivers. Like, yeah, like I'm not an Austin Dillon fan. I'll say that. Like this, like Joey Logano could have been a Truex situation, and Logano's another guy I don't like. And I would have felt for Logano. So this don't got nothing to do with how I feel towards a driver or whatever. It's just like, this is not fair. It's not fair to Truex. And, like I said, if this is Logano, in Truex shoes, I would have felt the same way. So that's the whole deal about the playoff. Like my whole rant about that. NASCAR officiating. So it's been weather in the forecast all weekend at Daytona. They had to postpone the race to Sunday. And, it was supposed to start Saturday night. The race got postponed because of rain. It's been raining in the area throughout the whole race. To cut to the chase, I think with 25 to go, a pop-up shower happened in turn 1. And, NASCAR left them out there and everybody wrecked because of the rain. Now, some people say that, well, NASCAR couldn't do nothing about that. When you go on Twitter, there's a video of someone in the stands recording the whole situation. It was raining the lap before it started raining, the lap before the pileup happened. And NASCAR, they try to sit there and say that it happened right when they went into turn 1. That's when the shower happened. No, it didn't. According to that video, it was raining a whole lap before that. Maybe not heavy, but it was raining. NASCAR should have played it safe and just threw the caution out the lap before. But now, but they end up, they left everybody out there and it was a big wreck. Tons of cars torn up. That's money coming out of the owner's pockets when that could have been avoidable. So I'm pretty sure the owners are pissed about that. Obviously, the drivers are pissed about that. NASCAR, they always say that driver safety is our top priority. And I find that hard to believe because NASCAR constantly put their drivers in dangerous situations. They put their drivers in sketchy situations, for the sake of entertainment. They're encouraging chaos because, like I said, they're trying to pull in casual viewers. It's all about the show. It's all about entertainment. Forget legitimacy. Forget driver safety from what it seems like in their eyes. I know some people go say man, you're crazy, man. They're not trying to get the drivers hurt. I mean, look at what's in place. And then these Gen 7 cars are less safe than the previous gen car. A lot of these drivers, they taking some of the hardest hits that they ever taken in their career. Kurt Busch is out with a concussion. What should that say? Denny Hamlin, he got out the car, cause he got caught up in that wreck. And, he was talking about how much his jaw hurt and, his body and everything. Yet NASCAR continues to put their drivers in these situations. The 2020 Newmark wreck at the Daytona 500 a couple years back, that should have been the wake-up call. But NASCAR, they continue to go down this route of just encouraging chaos, putting their drivers in sketchy situations, making their drivers drive like just buffoons because of the playoffs, because of so many things in place for the sake of entertainment. I'm worried about these drivers' safety, and I'm going to make a video in the future talking more about this and, really dive into it because it's been a problem since 2014. So yeah, I just wanted to get my thoughts on this whole situation. I feel bad for Truex, NASCAR officiating. They should be ashamed of themselves. Just a bad deal, man. Just a bad deal. So, this whole situation, man, is just messed up. But yeah, apologies for the background noise. Like I said, no editing, no none of that, no script. Just wanted to get my thoughts out there real quickly. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you think I sound crazy with some of the stuff I said? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and roll up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.